China and India, two of the world's oldest civilizations, with rich histories that span thousands of years. From the ancient Silk Road to the spread of Buddhism, their interactions have shaped the course of history. The Silk Road facilitated not just trade, but also cultural exchanges, while Buddhism, originating in India, found a significant following in China, influencing its culture and philosophy. Both have made significant contributions to art, science, and philosophy. Chinese innovations like gunpowder and the compass revolutionized warfare and navigation, while Indian advancements in mathematics such as the concept of zero and the decimal system, and astronomy, including early theories of planetary motion, have left an indelible mark on the world. Today, they are also two of the largest economies, making up nearly 40% of the global population. Their bustling markets and rapid urbanization are testaments to their economic prowess. Cities like Beijing and Delhi are not just economic hubs but also cultural melting pots, reflecting the dynamic and diverse nature of both nations. However, their relationship is often fraught with tension, particularly over border disputes and regional influence. The 1962 Sino-Indian War and the 2017 Doklam standoff are stark reminders of how close they have come to the brink of war. These conflicts have left a lasting impact on their diplomatic relations, necessitating continuous efforts to maintain peace. Despite these challenges, there is immense potential for collaboration in areas like trade, technology, and infrastructure. High-level diplomatic efforts have often aimed at de-escalating tensions and finding common ground. Initiatives like the BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization provide platforms for dialogue and cooperation. By resolving their issues through dialogue and cooperation, they can avoid the pitfalls of conflict and focus on mutual growth. Collaborative projects in renewable energy, digital technology, and transportation infrastructure can pave the way for a more integrated and prosperous future. They can unlock new opportunities for economic growth and stability, benefiting not just themselves, but the entire world. A peaceful and prosperous relationship between China and India could serve as a cornerstone for global stability, fostering a more interconnected and harmonious international community. The relationship between China and India is strained by several factors. Border disputes. The line of actual control remains a flashpoint with skirmishes in areas like Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh. Specific incidents, such as the 2020 Galwan Valley clash, highlight the volatility. In 1967, the Nathula and Chola clashes brought both nations to the brink of war, resulting in significant casualties. The ongoing infrastructure development by both sides along the border further complicates the situation, as each nation seeks to assert its dominance and secure strategic advantages. Geopolitical rivalry. Both nations seek dominance in Asia, often clashing over influence in neighboring countries. For instance, China's Belt and Road Initiative contrasts with India's Act East policy, leading to strategic competition in regions like the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. The Doklam standoff in 2017 was another instance where both countries were on the verge of conflict over strategic territory. Additionally, China's growing influence in South Asia through investments in countries like Pakistan and Sri Lanka is perceived as a direct challenge to India's regional leadership. Economic competition. While both are economic giants, their trade imbalance and competition for resources create friction. China's significant trade surplus with India and competition in sectors like technology and manufacturing exacerbate tensions. The economic rivalry is further intensified by both nations' ambitions to become the leading manufacturing hub in Asia. Moreover, the competition extends to emerging technologies such as 5G, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy, where both countries aim to establish global leadership. Historical mistrust. Decades-old conflicts, including the 1962 war, have left deep scars. The memory of the war and subsequent border skirmishes continue to fuel mistrust and suspicion. The 1987 Sumdorong-Chu standoff is another example where historical tensions nearly escalated into full-scale war. These historical grievances are often invoked in political rhetoric, further entrenching negative perceptions and hindering diplomatic efforts. Path to resolution. Resolving these issues is no small task, but the rewards could be transformative. Enhanced cooperation could lead to regional stability and economic prosperity for both nations. The potential for collaboration in areas like technology, infrastructure, and environmental sustainability could pave the way for a new era of peace and prosperity. Initiatives such as joint military exercises, cultural exchange programs, and bilateral trade agreements could serve as confidence-building measures, fostering mutual trust and understanding. So, what can China and India do to bridge the gap? The historical context of their relationship is complex, with both nations having experienced periods of cooperation and conflict. Understanding this backdrop is essential for moving forward. Here are 5 essential steps that can pave the way for a more peaceful and prosperous future for both nations. Enhanced diplomacy. Regular high-level talks focusing on trust-building and long-term solutions are crucial. Establishing a hotline between leaders can help prevent misunderstandings. For instance, the hotline between the US and Soviet Union during the Cold War helped avert crises. In 1962, the Sino-Indian War erupted due to border disputes, highlighting the need for better communication channels. Additionally, diplomatic visits and cultural exchanges at the highest levels can further solidify trust and understanding. Clear border agreements. Both nations must prioritize resolving the LAC dispute through negotiations. Confidence-building measures, such as mutual troop withdrawals and buffer zones, can reduce tensions. The 1993 Border Peace and Tranquility Agreement is a good starting point for further discussions. The 2017 Doklam standoff is a recent example where tensions nearly escalated into conflict, underscoring the importance of clear agreements. Furthermore, joint border patrols and regular meetings between military officials can help maintain peace and stability. Economic collaboration. Expanding trade and reducing imbalances can build mutual dependence. Joint ventures in technology, green energy, and infrastructure could benefit both economies. For example, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor has shown how infrastructure projects can boost regional development. During the 1960s, economic competition was a significant factor in the strained relations between the two nations. Additionally, creating bilateral trade agreements and reducing tariffs can further enhance economic ties and mutual growth. Cultural exchange programs. Encouraging people-to-people ties through tourism, student exchanges, and cultural festivals can foster understanding. The Confucius Institutes and Indian cultural centers are excellent platforms for such exchanges. The 1987 Sumdorong-Chu standoff was another instance where cultural misunderstandings and lack of communication nearly led to war. Moreover, promoting language learning and joint cultural projects can deepen mutual appreciation and respect, neutralizing geopolitical tensions. Instead of competing, China and India could collaborate in areas like climate change, regional stability, and global governance. Joint participation in initiatives like the International Solar Alliance can pave the way for cooperation. The 2020 Galwan Valley clash is a stark reminder of how geopolitical tensions can quickly escalate, making collaboration even more essential. Additionally, participating in multilateral forums and regional organizations can help both nations address common challenges and build a more stable region. The benefits of resolving these issues are immense. Economic growth. A stable relationship will attract more foreign investment, boost bilateral trade, and create jobs. For instance, joint ventures in technology and manufacturing could flourish, leading to innovation and economic diversification. This would not only enhance the economic landscape, but also improve the standard of living for millions. Historically, the two nations have faced off in conflicts like the 1962 Sino-Indian War and the 2017 Doklam standoff, which strained their economies and diverted resources from development. By resolving these issues, both countries can redirect their focus towards sustainable growth and development. Improved regional stability. Peace between China and India would reduce tensions in South Asia, fostering a more stable environment for all neighboring countries. This stability could lead to collaborative infrastructure projects, enhancing connectivity and economic integration across the region. Such projects could include transnational highways, railways, and energy pipelines, which would facilitate trade and improve regional prosperity. The 1967 Nathu La and Chola clashes are examples of how border tensions can escalate, affecting regional peace. By maintaining a peaceful relationship, both nations can ensure a more secure and prosperous future for the entire region. Global influence. Together they can drive global policies on critical issues like climate change, trade, and health. By presenting a united front, China and India could lead initiatives in renewable energy, setting global standards and encouraging sustainable practices worldwide. Their cooperation could also prevent future conflicts like the 2020 Galwan Valley skirmish, ensuring a more peaceful and prosperous global community. Additionally, their combined influence could reshape global governance structures, making them more inclusive and representative of emerging economies. This would not only benefit China and India but also contribute to a more balanced and equitable world order. Trade is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. Currently, India imports electronics, machinery, and chemicals from China, while China imports pharmaceuticals, agricultural products, and textiles from India. Despite historical tensions and moments when both nations were on the brink of war, trade has remained a stabilizing factor. This economic interdependence has created a buffer that helps mitigate political and military conflicts, fostering a more stable regional environment. Expanding this trade relationship can lead to better pricing for consumers, innovation through collaboration, and increased GDP growth for both nations. For instance, during the Doklam standoff in 2017, economic ties helped prevent a full-scale conflict. By leveraging each other's strengths, such as India's IT services and China's manufacturing capabilities, both countries can achieve significant economic gains and technological advancements. Specific examples include India's import of Chinese smartphones and electronics, which are essential for India's tech-savvy population. These imports have continued even during periods of heightened border tensions, showcasing the resilience of trade. Additionally, Chinese investments in Indian startups have spurred innovation and entrepreneurship, contributing to the growth of India's digital economy. Conversely, China's import of Indian pharmaceuticals helps meet its healthcare needs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, this trade was crucial in providing necessary medical supplies. The collaboration in the pharmaceutical sector has not only saved lives but also opened avenues for joint research and development in healthcare technologies. Potential areas for collaboration include renewable energy, where both countries can share technology and expertise. This collaboration can also act as a buffer against geopolitical tensions, as seen during the 1962 Sino-Indian War when trade was minimal. By investing in green technologies, both nations can address climate change while reducing their dependence on fossil fuels, leading to a more sustainable future. Addressing the trade imbalance can be achieved through joint ventures and investments in each other's markets, ensuring a more equitable partnership. By learning from past conflicts and focusing on economic cooperation, both nations can pave the way for a peaceful and prosperous future. Initiatives such as the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, RCEP, can further integrate their economies, promoting regional stability and growth. Segment 5. Global Implications. A cooperative relationship between China and India would have far-reaching global implications. Historically, the two nations have had their share of conflicts, such as the 1962 Sino-Indian War and the 2017 Doklam standoff. However, a shift towards collaboration could transform their dynamic. This change could lead to a more stable and peaceful region, reducing the risk of future conflicts and fostering a climate of mutual respect and understanding. First, a boost to the global economy. Their combined economic power could lead to increased trade, investment, and innovation, benefiting not just their own populations but also creating new opportunities worldwide. Despite past tensions such as the border skirmishes in Ladakh, economic cooperation could pave the way for mutual prosperity. This collaboration could also attract foreign investments, enhance technological advancements, and create millions of jobs, significantly impacting global economic growth. As two of the largest economies, their collaboration could stabilize global markets and fuel economic growth. This partnership could also lead to the creation of new trade routes and economic corridors, enhancing connectivity and economic integration across Asia and beyond. Even during periods of heightened tension, such as the 2020 Galwan Valley clash, the potential for economic synergy remains significant. Additionally, this partnership could help in diversifying supply chains, reducing global dependency on any single country, and promoting economic resilience. Second, climate action leadership. Joint efforts in green technology and renewable energy could set an example for other nations. By sharing technology and resources, they could accelerate the global transition to sustainable energy, significantly reducing carbon emissions and combating climate change. Despite their differences, both nations have shown a commitment to addressing environmental challenges. Collaborative projects in solar, wind, and other renewable energies could lead to groundbreaking innovations, making sustainable energy more accessible and affordable worldwide. And third, geopolitical balance. A partnership could reduce dependency on Western powers and lead to a more multipolar world. This shift could foster a more balanced and equitable global order, promoting peace and stability through diversified power structures. While past conflicts like the 1967 Nathu Law and Chola clashes have strained relations, a cooperative approach could redefine their roles on the global stage. This new alignment could also encourage other nations to pursue independent foreign policies, contributing to a more stable and peaceful international community. Segment 6, Challenges Ahead. Of course, this journey won't be without challenges. The complexities of managing two of the world's most populous nations are immense. With over 1 billion people each, the logistical and administrative hurdles are staggering, from urban planning to resource allocation. Mistrust stemming from historical conflicts, differing political ideologies, and strong public sentiment on both sides can hinder progress. The 1962 Sino-Indian War is a stark reminder of how quickly tensions can escalate. Additionally, the ideological divide between China's one-party system and India's democratic framework adds another layer of complexity. For instance, border disputes and economic competition often fuel tensions. The Doklam standoff in 2017 brought both nations to the brink of another conflict. These disputes are not just about territory, but also about national pride and strategic advantage, making them particularly sensitive. Nationalist movements and media portrayals can exacerbate mistrust. The Galwan Valley clash in 2020 further strained relations, highlighting the fragile nature of peace. Media on both sides often sensationalize these events, fueling public outrage and complicating diplomatic efforts. But the stakes are too high to ignore. Both nations must navigate these challenges carefully to ensure a peaceful and prosperous future. The potential benefits of cooperation, from economic growth to regional stability, are immense, making it imperative for both sides to find common ground. Closing scene, a vision for the future. Imagine a world where China and India work hand in hand, despite their historical tensions and moments when they were on the brink of war. This collaboration could transform the geopolitical landscape, fostering a new era of stability and growth in Asia. A world with fewer conflicts, stronger economies, and a commitment to peace, even after facing near-war situations like the 1962 Sino-Indian War. Such a partnership could lead to unprecedented economic growth, benefiting not just the two nations but the entire region. Envision a brighter future for billions where past hostilities give way to mutual prosperity. Families in both countries could enjoy a higher quality of life, with better access to education, healthcare, and opportunities. The road to reconciliation may be long, marked by incidents like the Doklam standoff, but each step forward brings hope for a more peaceful coexistence. Diplomatic efforts could pave the way for lasting peace and security in the region, but the destination promises prosperity, driven by collaborative economic and technological advancements. Joint ventures in technology and business could lead to innovations that benefit the global community. Peace and progress can be achieved through cultural exchanges and joint innovation projects. These initiatives could foster mutual understanding and respect, breaking down barriers and building bridges between the two nations. Together, they can lead the way in global peace initiatives, turning past conflicts into lessons for future cooperation. By working together on international platforms, they can set an example for other nations to follow. Championing sustainable development and environmental conservation, they can address global challenges. Collaborative efforts in renewable energy and conservation could help combat climate change and protect the planet for future generations. Their collaboration can revolutionize healthcare and education, overcoming past rivalries for the greater good. By sharing knowledge and resources, they can improve public health and education systems, benefiting millions. Technological innovation can set new standards for the world, showcasing the power of unity over division. Joint research and development efforts could lead to breakthroughs that advance human knowledge and capabilities. By embracing their rich cultural heritages, they can foster mutual respect and understanding, learning from past conflicts. Cultural exchanges and celebrations can help bridge gaps and create a sense of shared identity and purpose, paving the way for a harmonious global community where past tensions are replaced by lasting peace and cooperation. Through diplomacy and collaboration, they can build a future where peace and prosperity are shared by all. Section: Call to Action. What do you think? Throughout history, China and India have had their share of conflicts, including the 1962 Sino-Indian War and the Doklam standoff in 2017. These events have left a lasting impact on their diplomatic relations and regional stability. Can China and India resolve their differences? Imagine the impact on global peace and prosperity if they could overcome their historical tensions and work together. A collaboration between these two nations could lead to unprecedented economic growth, technological advancements, and cultural exchange. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How can these two nations, which have come close to war multiple times, find common ground and collaborate for a brighter future? Your insights could spark meaningful discussions and solutions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of global issues. Your engagement helps us bring more content that matters. By staying informed and involved, you contribute to a more connected and understanding world. Together, let's envision a better future where nations like China and India can set aside their differences. Through mutual respect and cooperation, they can pave the way for a more peaceful and prosperous world. Fade to black.